Welcome to live classes of Stella Maris Medical Foundation. The Stella Maris Medical Foundation சார்பாக நேரலையாக உங்களோடு கூட இப்பொழுது நடத்தப்படும் இந்த நீட் கிளாஸஸ்க்காக உங்களை அழைக்கிறோம். இந்த லாக்டவுன் பீரியடில் இந்த மாதிரி பீரியடில் இனி இந்த கொரோனா வைரஸ் இந்த காலங்களில் இனி எத்தனை நாட்கள் நாம் இருக்கோம் என்பது தெரியாது. அதனால் இடைப்பட்ட அந்த நாட்களில் நாம் எல்லோருமே வீட்டில் இருந்து நம்ம இதை ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு எது ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ஆன்லைன் கிளாஸஸ் இட் வில் பி வெரி யூஸ்ஃபுல். இது ஸ்டெல்லா மிஸ் மெடிக்கல் எப்படி பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா லெசன் பை லெசன் உங்களுக்கு எல்லாத்துலேயுமே ஃபிசிக்ஸ் கெமிஸ்ட்ரி பயாலஜி எல்லாமே லெசன் பை லெசனாக நாங்கள் நடத்திட்டு வரோம். ஸோ அதை நடத்திட்டு வரும்போது உங்களுக்கு அது ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். இன்றைக்கி இந்த டோட்டல் கிளாஸ் உங்களுக்கு ஃப்ரீயாக வி ஆர் ஆஃபரிங் லைவ் கிளாஸ் ஃபார் யூ. But later on, if you are interested, if you find it very useful, you can join our not only live classes, recorded classes are there. Then we will be giving you periodical tests. You can download the materials. You can download all of those things. Adhu we charge only 1,600 rupees. Total charge is rupees 1,600. Our site will be this is www.stella Stella Maris Medical Foundation.com. www.stellamarismedicalfoundation.com is the website address. So if you are interested, first today you can go through our live classes. Already we have completed one live class session from 11:30 to 12:30. That's a Tamil medium, a living world அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம், வாழும் உலகம் சொல்கிறோம். அது 1 hour முடிஞ்சிச்சு. Now we are taking the English version, living world from biology. ஸோ நீங்கள் வாட்ச் பண்ணுங்கள். ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் இருந்தது, இது ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும்னு நினச்சிங்கன்னா the fees for this is rupees 1,600 only. இதில் நீங்கள் என்னென்ன டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிக்கலாம், மெட்டீரியல்ஸ் டவுன்லோட் பண்ணிக்கலாம், டெஸ்ட் பேப்பர்ஸ் இருக்கும், ஆன்லைன் எக்ஸாம்ஸ் கூட இருக்கலாம், இல்லை கோடிங் ஷீட்ஸை வீட்டுக்கு அனுப்பிடுவோம். எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். திஸ் வில் பி வெரி வெரி ஒர்த் டூயிங் இட் திஸ். ஸோ இது நீங்கள் எப்பயுமே நீங்கள் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம். இன்றைக்கி நீங்கள் பார்த்துட்டு யூ கேன் தென் யூ கேன் கால் அன் அஸ். ஐ வில் கிவ் யூ அவர் நம்பர். The number we are going to give. The cell number you can contact this 95660-73776. 95660-73776. You can call and you can book it. It will be very useful for you. Live classes will be there, recorded classes will be there, test papers will be there, and all the materials also will be there. We will have a lot of materials. The materials உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்கும். So you can contact us. Now I am handing over this class to Mr. Muthuchelvan, Dr. Muthuchelvan. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends. We are going to see the living world. So living world, it is, when you talk about living, it is have some characteristics. So if say it is living, they are self-replicating, evolving, self-replicating and evolving, and also it is capable of responding to external stimuli. Okay. So when you say that living world, it is they are self-replicating, evolving, and also it is capable of responding to external stimuli, and also self-regulating systems. So these are the 4 main characteristics. Okay. So self-replicating, evolving, capable of responding to external stimuli, self-regulating system. These are the four main characteristics in living things. Okay, when you talk about living, and also some other characters also there, they are belongs to either the cell, okay, the body structures, okay, body structure. Okay, based on this, they are unicellular or multicellular. Okay, based on the body structure, they are divided into two categories, either unicellular organisms or multicellular organisms. Mainly I said living means they are self-replicating, self-regulating, evolving, capable of external stimuli. And I said it, and the second thing is the body characters, body structures, they are unicellular or multicellular, if either it is a single cell organism or more than one cell in the organism. And second thing is when we move into this, and this characteristics, first we said body characteristics, either unicellular or multicell. So and second thing is we move into this growth. Okay, so the growth, it is either increase in size and weight. Okay, so increase in size. Okay, so when you talk about growth, it is two main things. One is increase in size and an increase in number. Okay, so when you talk about those two main things in this living, in the growth, it is increase in size and increase in number. So the growth, it is naturally it happened through this cell division, or we call as mitosis. You know that is mitosis. Mitosis, the each cell divided into two categories. So growth, it is in the form of increase in size and weight and increase in number, and it is the division, it has happened through this mitosis, or it's called as cell division or fission. So first I said it is the living world, it is body structure, either unicell or single cell, and second I said it is growth, and third one is we move to this reproduction. So reproduction, it is each and every organism able to reproduce new one. Okay, they are reproduce or it produce new one or young one. It is called as reproduction. They are able to reproduce new one. It is called as reproduction. We have two types of reproduction. One is sexual reproduction. Another one is asexual reproduction. Okay, so sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. And plants, one more reproduction it is available, that is called as vegetative reproduction. Okay, so normally two types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. This vegetative reproduction only occur in plants. And when you move to this reproduction, we are going to deeply going to study. First I said it, the characteristics, they are self-regulating, self-evolving, capable of external stimuli, and also they have a growth, it is increase in size, increase in number. The growth, it has happened through this cell division of this organism or mitosis. And third one is reproduction. Reproduction, I said it three things. Okay, so asexual and sexual and vegetative. So vegetative reproduction normally occur in plants. So vegetative reproduction normally used to reduce through this vegetative parts of this vegetative parts, okay, through the happens. Asexual reproduction through this spore formation. Sexual, it is fusion of gametes, fusion of male and female gametes. It is called as sexual reproduction. Fusion of male and female, it is called as sexual. So three kinds of reproduction: reproduction, asexual, sexual, and vegetative reproduction. Vegetative parts, which is mainly we called as budding. Budding, it's very common in yeast. Okay, yeast another name. Okay, the botanical name we called as Saccharomyces and Cerevisiae. So this is very common type of reproduction. It is happen in yeast. It is budding, and the spore formation is normally occur in fungi, or it is we called as fungi. So fungi, it is mainly this reproduction, either zoospore or aplanospore. Okay, and asexual reproduction either in the form of isogamy, anisogamy, or oogamy. So three kinds of reproductions occur. One is vegetative, asexual, and sexual. So mainly the budding it is occur in this vegetative reproduction. And one more thing is one more reproduction that is called as fission. This fission is very common in planaria. So this kinds of reproduction it is occur in planaria and hydra. It is the body parts divide into two equal halves. Suppose one body parts it is divided into two equal halves. This is called as fissions. Okay. So first I said is the body structure, unicellular or multicellular. Second I talk about the growth. Growth it is increase in size and increase in number. And reproduction it is we have normally two, sexual and asexual. Asexual it is kind of spore formations, and sexual it is fusion of gametes. So fusion of gametes it happened in three ways: isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. And those vegetative parts of the body detached from this mother parts and develop into new colony. It is called as vegetative reproduction. And asexual reproduction mainly in the form of spore formations. Next we move to this adaptations. Okay. Next we move to this adaptations. It is the adaptation either in the form of short time adaptation or long time adaptation. Okay. So the adaptation may occur in this short time adaptation or in the long time adaptation. Next one is we move to this homeostasis. Homeostasis is resist to change external stimuli. So adaptation it may be in the long time period, it is in the summer or winter, or based on this they adapt themselves, or it is based on the climate they can vary, either hydrophyte, xerophyte or mesophyte, where they live, they adapt themselves particular climate and particular conditions. This is either in the form of long time and short time. Or homeostasis, they resist to change the body characters in their types. It is called as homeostasis. Resist to change its external stimuli. So we have seen it four main characters. One is we have seen it body structure, growth and reproduction, adaptation and homeostasis. And next we move to this things we called as another one more thing is in the living characteristics and called as metabolism. Okay. Metabolism it's an enzymatic reaction or enzymatic action of two main things. One is anabolisms, another is catabolism. Anabolism it is energy building process. Catabolism it is energy breaking process. Okay, so it is mainly this anabolism. We know that photosynthesis, this is respirations. Okay, so the metabolism it is an enzymatic action which is done through this anabolic and catabolic activities. Either it is in the form of energy building process or energy breaking process. Here it is in the construction or in the destruction process, either in the form of photosynthesis or in the form of respiration. Their energy it is exhibited from the body, it is utilized by the organism. It is called as metabolism. Next one is we move to this things we called as consciousness. Okay, so consciousness. Okay, consciousness it is property of living. Okay, it is self consciousness. Okay, to aware what it happen in and around this environment. So it does occur in this living organism. And finally, this living organism, this is the death either in the form of biological or in the form of clinical. So when you say it is living thing, these are the characteristics. Consciousness, it is self-consciousness, what it happen in and around my environment, my nearby one. And death, it is happen in this biological and clinic. So I already said it, when you say it living organisms, they have a unique characteristic like body structure. Second, we have seen it, okay, the body structure in growth, reproductions. Reproduction, we have normally two kinds of reproduction, sexual and asexual. And plants, we have said it vegetative reproductions. And fourth one is adaptation. And fifth one is consciousness. And metabolisms. And homeostasis. Final, and this last one is death. So these are the unique characteristics of living. So if it is unicellular or multicellular, or increase in size or increase in number, reproduction, either fusion of gametes or spore formation or vegetative parts, adapt, it is long time adaptation or short time adaptation. It is aware of this environment, it is consciousness. Metabolism, it is enzymatic reactions which is occur in the body either anabolic or catabolic way. Homeostasis, they resist to change due to environment pressure. Death in the form of it is biological or in the form of clinical. Now when we move to these things, okay, this living organisms, okay, they are distributed in and around the world, okay. So this is called as biodiversity. Okay, distribution of plants and animals, microbes. Okay, so distribution of plants and animals and microbes in the world we call as biodiversity. When you want to know this biodiversity, so we need to know four main things. One is identifications. Second one is characterization. Okay, and nomenclature. So another one is taxonomy. Okay, so these are the four main essential character to find out, or it is the distribution of plants and animals. So identify, characterize, and based on the characterization we are giving name, and based on the name we are put it in the order we call as taxonomy. It is these are the four main essential things which is involved to distribution of plants and animals, to categorize or put it in order. It is help us. Now we are going to see one by one what is things, okay, what is identification and characterization and nomenclature and other things. So we are going to see one by one. Okay, first it is identify. Okay, so identification, it is very essential thing, whether it belongs to plant category or animal category or male or female, like we need to identify who is this, what is this. So it is identify this based on the appearance, okay, either in the form of morphological features or it is characteristic features. When we analyze things we call as identification, and the identification and followed by the second thing is we called as characterization. Okay, so what are the characters? When you morphology, they look like this plant and this is animal. So what are the characters? Either it is response to external stimuli, they have a consciousness, they can reproduce, they have a growth, they have a death, they have a homeostasis. Like they have a, we have seen several characters. They have a unicell or multicell. The based on the characteristics we have seen it. Okay, last times. So that based on these things we are going to see that plant belong to this either in the form of unicell or multicell. They are reproduce asexual or sexual, or it is they are respond to external stimuli or don't they respond to external stimuli. They are long time adaptation or short time adaptation, or they have growth, increase in number or increase in size, and finally they are able to have metabolisms, and finally they have a death, biological or clinical. And next one is we move to this taxonomy. Okay. Before we enter into taxonomy, you know that nomenclature. So nomenclature, it is naming of plants and animals. Okay. So nomenclature, it is mainly this naming of plants and animals. So we have the name nomenclature. It is also called binomial, trinomial, and polynomial. Okay. So we have three types of nomenclature: binomial nomenclature, trinomial nomenclature, and polynomial nomenclature. We are going to focus on binomial nomenclature. This binomial nomenclature introduced by Gaspard Bogin. 1623 he introduced this. Okay, Gaspard Bogin, it has introduced these things, binomial nomenclature, and later it is revealed by this in the orderly proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, so Carolus Linnaeus, it is introduced by these things. Okay, so binomial nomenclature, it is talk about they have two names. Okay, two names. One is genus names, another one is species name. So each and every plants and animals, they have two names. One is genus name and species name. The genus name always, when you write capital letter. Genus name, when you write, it is small letter in English. So when you write the two names, genus name and species name. Genus name, it's always write in capital, and species name, it is write in small letter. When you write a genus name and species name, you have to underline or italic font you have to give. Okay, either you have to underline this genus name and species name, or you have to italic. And this name we have to mention, we have several names. When you talk about potato, okay, we call this potato. In Tamil we call this urlakalang. When you move to this in Andhra, it is we called urlakatta. When you move to this in this North India, they call this alu. So one particular plant, it is changing region to region. So the same plant, when you find out, is very difficult. So instead of things, they give a common name. This is called as Latin name. So all the name in the form of Latin they gave it. So it is two names, underline it, Latin name. So the Latin name, so they give it each and every plant. For example, okay. So when you talk about, for example, Solanum nigrum. It is Manatakali, it is okay. It is one variety which is used, okay. So this is always write in capital letters, Solanum. So nigrum, it is in the another small letter. So I underline it. So this is in the Latin name. It everywhere Solana nigra means in Tamil Nadu also same, and Andhra also same, or it is in foreign also same. So it is never change this name. So two name, genus name, species name, underline it, italic it, and thus they have to root. So we are going to see one small exercise how this it asks questions. Find out correct one. A. Solanum nigrum. B. Solanum melangiana. C. Lycopersicon esculandum. And D. Solanum Tuberosum. Okay, so this is, so when you give a question like this, find out the correct one. When you say it is almost, it is 3 or wrong one. So how I am going to find out this among this one? So according to, so binomial, they have a species name, genus name, they have underline it, Latin name, and other things. Okay, Solana nigram, it is talk about this Madatakali. Solana melangiana, it is talk about brinjal, botanical name. Lycopon esculandum, it is talk about tomato. So Solanum tuberosum, it is talk about potato. Okay, this is a botanical name of this plants. Okay, Solana nigrums, Solana melangiana, Lycopersicon esculandum, Solana tuberosum. Among this, so the first one is, it is genus name, it is capital, underline it, but species name, it is small. Okay, species instead of small, they have a capital. That is wrong. So when you come to the Solana melangiana, it is brinjal. So genus name, it is capital. Instead of they are put it in a small. So it is, this is also wrong. So second one is, okay, and third one is Lycopersicon esculandum. It is given, it is both genus name is its capitals, species name is small, they are underline it, so means it is right. And fourth one is Solanum tuberosum, genus name and the species name in capital, it is wrong. So right answer is Lycopersicon esculandum, it's a right answer. So when you do it, this sometimes may ask questions, find out the correct one. Okay, so when you move to this next one, so now we move to this, okay, taxonomy. Okay, taxonomy. So we have seen it as identification and characterization and nomenclature, and next we move to this taxonomy. Taxonomy, the word, it is proposed by A.B.D. Candle. Okay, the word is first proposed by A.B.D. Candle. So this is the word, it is first proposed by taxonomy. The word, it is proposed by D. Candle. Okay, so taxonomy, it is mainly talk about the morphological description. Morphological description of the plants. So in one more word, it is they'll use, okay, systematics. Okay, so the word, it is taxonomy. It is based on this identification, nomenclature, and based on the characterization, they used the taxonomy. So the word, it is taxonomy. It is introduced by or proposed by A.P.D. Candle. And next, one more word they'll use, that systematics. Now we are going to see what is the difference between taxonomy and systematics. Sometimes may ask questions from these things. What is taxonomy? What is systematics? So taxonomy, it is mainly talk about, okay, taxonomy, they have a characterization, already said it. Taxonomy, they have a characterization, they have identifications. Classifications and nomenclature. Okay. So taxonomy just include this four main things: characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. And systematics, okay, the study and distribution of living things, okay. And based on this also characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. Along with that, one more thing is they have a affinity. How much they are interrelated, affine with the. So systematics and taxonomy, this is one main thing is they have a characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. Along with that, they are distributed based on the affinity we are described. It is called as systematic. The systematics, it is also, okay. Next it is taxonomy. It's a unit of, okay, unit of taxonomy is species. So here it is unit of taxonomy is, okay, is systematic is populations, the group. So here it is unit of taxonomy is species. Here it is unit of systematic is population. So this is, it is the taxonomy discovered by D. Cantor, and this systematics, it is discovered by Carolus Linnaeus. And this, they have a taxonomy, alpha, beta, and omega taxonomy. And systematics, okay, it is called as new systematics. These are the variation between this taxonomy and systematic. So first I said that they have a characterization, identification, classification, and nomenclature. So along with that, here four things also available: characterization, identification, classification, nomenclature. Along with it, they have affinity. It is unit of taxonomy is species, unit of systematic is populations. It is taxonomy, the word it is proposed by A.P. D. Cantor, and the systematics word is proposed by, it is Carolus Linnaeus. Alpha, they have several type of taxonomy: alpha taxonomy, beta taxonomy, and omega taxonomy. And this new systematics, it is the another branch of these things. Okay, and when you say the taxonomy, alpha and beta and omega. So alpha taxonomy, our taxonomy, we have three types: alpha and beta and omega. So alpha, it is talk about, it is morphological appearance of the plants, or it is also alpha taxonomy also called as classical taxonomy. So alpha taxonomy, it's also called as another name, it is classical taxonomy, based on the morphological features of organisms. Okay, and this beta taxonomy, it is talk about genetics and anatomy and physiology. Okay, beta taxonomy does include that the study of genetical characters, anatomical character, and physiological character. And it is omega taxonomy to talk about this phylogenetic relationship. So phylogenetic relationship, which is talk about this taxonomy. Okay. Other than that, we have several taxonomy. It is available: experimental taxonomy, hemotaxonomy, numerical taxonomy. Okay, so chemotaxonomy, experimental taxonomy, numerical taxonomy, and like this. Okay, and karyotaxonomy also there. Okay, so we have three main things: alpha, beta, and omega. So okay, now we move to this So first we have seen it, okay. So identification and classification and this taxonomy and all we have seen it. Now we move to this hierarchy. Or we call as taxonomical hierarchy. So it is introduced by or proposed by Carolus Linnaeus. So it is also called Linnaeus taxonomical hierarchy, or we call it taxonomical categories, or it is another name we call as Linnaeus hierarchy. So the hierarchy, it is 7 divisions. They have it, okay. First division we call as kingdom. Second one is we call as phylum or divisions. Third one is we call as, it is mainly class. Fourth one is order. Fifth one is family. And sixth one is genus. Final one is species. Okay, so that is topmost order of this taxonomy. It's okay. The ultimate top order. Okay, it is called as kingdom. Okay, this is the top and this bottom. Okay, this is your unit of taxonomy. Unit of taxonomy is species. Okay, so these are the 7 stages it is occurring. Either kingdom, phylum, divisions, or class, order, family, genus, species. Okay, kingdom, it is the topmost order in this hierarchy, and bottom order is species. So this is a ascending order of Linnaeus hierarchy. So normally phylum, it is normally when you mention it animal, and division, it is normally mentioned it plants. Okay, so these are the things it is. Okay, so family always it end with, okay, when you write it in this things, okay, A C C E A. Okay, this the end is, it is Solanum C. It is a family. See, so the end of this A C, the family, it is end with A C A C E A. When you order, it is always end with A else. Okay, thermococcales, okay, cryptogales, it is A else, they will finish. Okay, and as class, it is finished with AE. Okay, DIAE, it is, or IAE, it's finished with. Okay, so this is a category which is involved in this thing: kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, and genus and species. The Jesus, the word, it is discovered by, the species word discovered by John Ray. The species word is discovered by John Ray. This is a unit of taxonomy we called as species. Okay, ultimate is unit of these things only we called as Jesus. And when you move to this is things, okay, this is involved in this taxonomy. Next we move to this, the order. How it is linked, okay. So taxonomy, it is talk about what and this, and we have seen it. Okay. Next we move to this, how this genus and species, they were interrelated. Okay. Kingdom. So kingdom, it is depend on this what? It depend on the, okay, divisions. Okay, either it is belong to animal kingdom or plant kingdom. So this is based on this, it is depend on the divisions, and the division is depend on this class. Okay, so and the division is depend on the class depend on the order depend on the family depend on the genus, and this genus is depend on the species. This is the way it is, they have connected to one another. Okay, so it is mainly the 4 main things. One is identification, characterization, nomenclature, and taxonomy. These are the 4 main things to find out this distribution of plants and animal in this world, in this things. Okay, next we move to this what are the aids? It helps us to find this biodiversity distributions. Taxonomic aids. Okay, the taxonomic aids. First we move to this, okay, the herbarium. Okay, what is herbarium? So herbarium, it is the dried plants specimen, okay, it is known as, okay, collection of dried plant specimen, we also called as, it is herbarium. Dried plant specimen we called as herbarium. The herbarium size, it is normally 29 to 41 centimeter, okay, 29 centimeter width, 41 centimeter length, it is, they have a size of this one, okay. So or else it is also 11.5, it is inches to 16.5 inches, okay, either in the centimeter or it is in the inches size, 11.5 or 16.5 inches. Herbarium, it is a collection of dried plant specimen which is called as things, okay. So when we want to this, it is not only drying, okay, it is also mounting on the seat. Not only dried plant specimen, it is also mounting, okay, mounting on the seat, it is called as herbarium. So when you want to mountain, it is for, when you want to preserve, it is, we have used 4 main things, okay. So for mounting purpose, we use herbarium, copper sulfate and mercury chloride, okay. So these 2 main chemical compound, it is, which is used to preserve this plants mounting, copper sulfate and this mercury chloride. So in addition, when you want to store this long time, to preserve it, for that purpose we are using it as DDT, naphthalene and this carbon disulfide. Okay, DDT, naphthalene, carbon disulfide, they are using it to preserve long time. So mounting, we are using it as mercury chloride and copper sulfate purpose. Okay, what is herbarium? So once again I repeated, so taxonomic aids, herbarium, it is a collection of dried plant specimen mounting on the seat, we called as herbarium. So for this preservation mounting purpose, we are using mercury chloride and copper sulfate. For the preservation purpose, we are using for long time storage DDT, naphthalene and carbon disulfide. Next we move to this botanical garden. So botanical garden, okay, botanical garden is, it's a natural environment, we can preserve plants and things, okay. So natural environment, we can develop and for the research, for study, when you use it, this is called as botanical garden. So we have a 3 main botanical garden, okay. The world largest botanical garden is, okay, it is occur in this the famous botanical garden, world largest botanical garden, situated in Kew in England. Okay, largest botanical garden is situated at Kew in England. And in India, we have one more thing is, okay, Indian botanical garden, Indian botanical garden. It is situated at Calcutta or Howrah or West Bengal. So same name, either situated at Calcutta or Howrah or West Bengal. Okay, so it is a Indian largest botanical garden is this Indian Botanical Garden, and national botanical garden situated at Lucknow. So Lucknow, it is national botanical garden situated at Lucknow. Okay. So taxonomical aids, we have two things we have seen it. One is herbarium and second one is botanical garden. We have three kinds of botanical garden. So we have seen it, largest botanical garden Kew in England, and this Indian Botanical Garden is situated at Howrah at Calcutta or West Bengal, and National Botanical Garden situated at Lucknow. Next we move to this museum. Okay, museum, it is preserved plant and animal specimen. Okay, so museum, it is preserved plant and animal specimen for the purpose of educational institute. So why they are preserving plant and animal specimen for the purpose of education institute to study for the research? They are preserving it in the thing. Okay, it's animal specimen. And next one is we move to this the zoological park or zoo, or it is also called zoo. Okay, zoo in the form of mainly their live conditions. Live in protected conditions. So live and this protected things. Okay, they are in this following things. Okay, closed, enclosed space and the live animals. Okay, so mainly they are, it is for the purpose of zoological, for food habit. Okay, for the zoological park and this their behavior. So why they are situated zoological parks? To protect and this the life format, for the understand this or to study the food habit and behavior of this animal things. Okay, next we move to this key. Key, it is identification of plants. Identification of plants and animals. So key is identification of plants and animals. Okay, based on the scheme. Based on the scheme. Okay, so key is the identification of plants and animals based on the scheme, which is called as key. Okay, so it is characters. Okay, so that is the character which is help us to find the things. Either it is key, it is called as infrared. Okay, it is called as lead, or it is called as infrared. Okay, it is another we called as infrared. Ray. Okay, so it is called as ray. Okay, lead, it is one set of it is we give a informations. This is one set of characteristics of species. So the key, it is the identification of plants and animals. Okay, based on the scheme of species, the set of characters. So we have a lead and ray. So have a characteristics. Okay, next we move to this and other taxonomic aid, flora and manuals. Flora, manuals and which is called as flora and manuals and monograph. Okay. So flora, it is habit, okay, based in this main things, okay, habit and distribution of the plants and animals. Flora is talk about the habit of the plant and distribution of the plants, where this occur and all, it is help. Manual, it is a collected information from the source, either in the flora or monograph. Monograph, it is a single taxon of particular plants. So flora is habit and distribution of the plants and animals. Manual, it's a collected information of these things, plants and animals. Monograph, it is single taxon of particular plants. So now I said it, okay, so this things, okay, what are the things it does occur in this one, okay. So we have the taxonomical aids. The taxonomical aids, it is mainly herbarium, botanical garden, zoo or zoological park, okay. Next, museum, key, and this monograph and manuals. So these are the aids to find out how the plants and animals distributed and the things. And this four main categories said it. One is taxonomy for this identifications, characterization, nomenclature, okay, identifications and characterization, nomenclature and taxonomy. So this is things to identify this distribution of the biodiversity. And when you talk about living, they have a growth, they have a reproduction, they have adaptation, they have a consciousness, they have a metabolism, they have a homeostasis, resist to change, and finally they have a death. And first one is body structure. So when it said living organisms, they have body structure, growth, reproduction, adaptation, consciousness, metabolism, homeostasis, death. And when you want to identify this distribution of plants, we need to know the taxonomy, identification, and characterization, and nomenclature. So these are the aids: herbarium, botanical garden, zoo, museum, key, and monograph. It helps us to find out things. So thank you, friends. So we'll meet in this next classes. Tomorrow 11 o'clock we'll meet in the class English. Thank you.